Hi, welcome to Monday Night Toy Ramblings with your host, me. That's right, the number one toy show on the Punk with Toys network. Technically, that is not a lie. So, I did say that we were going to be naming it, giving you guys a name. So, I've been playing around with this in the past half hour here. And look, I figured out how to do scrolls. I can do a few other different things like that. So, can everyone hear me in the chat? Because I'd feel really stupid if I'm just rambling on with a name and nobody can hear me. So, I don't see anyone in the chat. So, I'm hoping people aren't just looking at some idiot with his mouth moving, looking at the bottom, going, huh, what's that ticker do? So, anyway, Cobra in the house. All right, so who can hear me? Tell me you guys can hear me because it's always a crapshoot. I'm always worried. All right, Cobra says he can hear me. Is Roman Graham in the house? You know, crazy not to see Matthew be the first one in the house. Oh, and here is Articulated Chad. Thank you for the super chat. He says he hears me. He probably hears me more than he really wants to. Him and I conversate a good amount. If you're not following Articulated Chad on Instagram and on YouTube, you are missing out, especially if you are a O-ring collector, a 4-inch collector. That guy he literally has a garage that is his toy room. That's something I can only aspire to. But I can only aspire to have a garage because I don't have one in my townhouse. So anyway, how is everyone doing today? We already got 8 people in the chat, so that's pretty cool. So anyway, yeah, let's get into this. You don't, man, Cobra, you don't use Instagram. Listen, Instagram is the best because everything is short and quick. And let me tell you, just from someone who watches skate videos, you sit there on YouTube and you will go down a rabbit hole that you just didn't know when you're watching 10-minute videos. But Instagram, it's like nothing more than a minute and you're done. What's up, Big Bacon? Yeah, so yeah, I see your stuff and you had a rough Christmas. That's unfortunate. I do believe. I'm sorry to hear that. Yes, size matters not. Thank God, because I'm 5'4" on a good day, and let's be honest, that's that's not very tall. And I've heard Chad brag about just how tall he is compared to all the soldiers on his base. Roman, you just got your class 5. What do you think of his Wakando? Have you even opened them up yet? Because I think he looks really good. I'm just not a big fan of him. I think once maybe we see him in the OG. This is for Chad and his. This is for Chad's super chat. Look here. This is not an OG Wakando. This is my OG childhood Wakando. And look at that. No broken thumbs. He kind of has a shaky knee, but my original Wakando. So it's amazing how many of these original figures I still have. But I took care of my stuff. So you need a you need a profile picture, huh? Man, I tell you, Cobra La. Well, you know what? I like having you in the chat. I'm not a big fan of Cobra La. So yeah, it's no, you so get one up there. Come on, we all can all get our little pictures up there. Well, so let's see here. I hate that all my childhood stuff is gone. You know what? I've mentioned it before. I have my G.I. Joe stuff, and I don't know what happened to everything else. I didn't let my dad throw any of it away, so I'm not really sure what happened, like to my Motu stuff, the Transformers. I know what happened to my Star Wars because they found a fate from GI Joe. Um, a little bit of duct tape will fix that knee. Hey, I'm gonna be 100% honest with you, Big Bacon. I'm more worried about the knees on this guy over this O-ring figure because I've been in so much pain in the past couple months. So, oh, so okay. So Chad, do you? So you know where the hat is from? I'm hoping, right? Uh, it is one of my favorite movies. If you guys have not seen Rad, it is, and this hurts coming from a skateboarder. It is a BMX movie from the 80s, and it is by far, it's not even close. It is the best extreme sports movie. And it kills me to say that as a skateboarder because I want it to be a skateboard video. Um, but Rad, Crew Jones, the evil Bart Taylor, the Zaymot and Tomax are in it. Let me, Chad, if you know what I'm talking about, then you know that you sat back there and you watched that and you said, and every single time you're like, they need to do a G.I. Joe movie just so they have Zaymot and Tomax because those two twins looked exactly like that. Yes, Send Me an Angel. Honestly, if you don't love that song, if you don't want to just jump on a bike and try and bicycle boogie, um, ugh, yeah, Gleaming the Cube. Oof, it hurts. I think looking back at it, it's a little bit better than it was back then. But I'll tell you what, watching and like YouTube and seeing like um, uh, some of the things that they talk about, it's pretty cool to see what they went through and how much money they made. Uh, Juan Toys and Bricks is in the house. Uh, Pardon me, I don't remember seeing you before, so if you were here, I apologize for not noticing you before. And if it's your first time, thank you. As I tell any girl that it's their first time with me, thank you. um, Master Versal Toy Hunter. I mentioned it before. Check this guy out. Very, very entertaining. Very entertaining channel. Thrashing with Josh Brolin and yes, Thrashing. Another hard watch at times. Yeah, you know what? The extreme movies are just, man, I gotta say, they're hard to watch. So it was funny because there was a guy that made a comment. Oh, I forget what his name is. He made a comment about Bazooka actually here, and he complained about how the that they used the wrong. Oh, yeah, I'm missing this thing already, huh? It already fell off. They used the wrong type of shells, missiles, rockets, whatever, in with this bazooka. And I had to laugh because it doesn't really bother me all that much. But when I watch anyone in a movie or TV show that is skateboarding, like you can tell that people just can't get on their board. But then all of a sudden, it's like they're supposed to be like really into skateboarding, and then you just see them get on it. And if you watched Cobra Kai, he's supposed to be like on the skateboarding, and when he gets on his board, you can tell he can't ride at all, and it drives me absolutely nuts anytime I see that. Or someone skates goofy and the stunt double skates regular, that's left foot forward, right foot forward. I notice right away. So let's see here. We got Woodman 29 evening. Point, this is I have never seen Point Break, and I think that may hurt some people. I have never seen Point Break, and I actually went looking for it not too long ago so I could watch it with my kids, and I think we had to buy it, so that's the reason why we didn't get around to it. There's another movie, yeah, and I don't. again, I can't even think of what it's called. But Articulated Chad is going to be doing he does a Friday show with, oh, I'm sorry, Chad, I can't think of who you do it with, but they're going to be ranking 80s movies, and one of them, Chad said, has to be in there, and I couldn't remember. I've never seen it before. I can't think of what the name of it is. So again, I apologize. That's just, again, you see this down here, Monday Night Toy Ramblings. That's what you're gonna get when you come here. Okay, so I saw a few good videos on your channel, but this is my first time seeing you live stream. All right, so listen, this is something that was brought up to my daughter. Yes, Megaforce, that's it. So I'm going to try and check out Megaforce before Friday. I can't promise you, but I'm going to try and check it out before Friday. All right, so you said you saw a few good videos. So I was driving my daughter to gymnastics a couple months ago, and I was talking how I'm 47. But back when I was like 45, 46, whatever, I had a few people, they'll come up to me and they're like, wow, you're really good you're really good at skating for your age. And I kind of take it as a compliment. And while we're driving, I was like, wait a minute. Does that mean for a 45 or 46-year-old, I'm pretty good? And it means I'd suck if I was 26. So when you said you saw a few good videos on my channel, no, I'm just messing with you. Believe me, my videos, they're not for everyone. This live stream, it won't be for everyone. But you know how it goes. You can't please everyone. I don't want to please everyone. And Master Verso. Yes, you're welcome. Like, this guy is this guy's a trip, man. He is a trip. And you just gotta watch it. I honestly, I watch all kinds of toy shows, toy channels. Some I like, some I don't. Some I watch that I don't like just because I feel like I do get some pretty good information from them. Even though I may not like the host so much. And then I watch some that I feel like I just need to like beat myself to death. It starts with a V, ends with an island. Why do any of us feel the need to watch that guy anyway? That's probably been the only guy I really bag on at times because he's such a POS. So quickly, I do want to mention that tomorrow at 8:00, I will be on with A Toy Kind of Mood discussing the most anticipated announced classified figures and the five most anticipated figures that I want that haven't been announced. Chad, you are excused because I don't believe there will be any O-ring talk. And so, you know what? I don't want to talk about anyone's kid, and I refuse to talk about anyone's kid. But honestly, I believe that guy put his kid on there so people wouldn't rag on him. That's what I truly do believe. Because I don't think the guy has any self-respect whatsoever. I got a lot of stuff that I sent over to someone else, and that just doesn't make sense with his channel and how he got viewers out of nowhere. Juan is 50 and likes my videos. Well, I like doing them, so I'm glad that people enjoy them. I definitely, man, I tell you what, I definitely, yeah, I enjoy doing it, or else I wouldn't be doing this. Believe me, the amount of money that I'm making after being monetized is so little, and if I can just offset the amount of stuff that I purchase, it would make me happy. So, anyway, so yeah, tomorrow we're gonna be on A Toy Kind of Mood. So check us out there. Check me out there. He's the first one to The first one that asked me to be on anything, so I'm real appreciative of it. That's for sure. All right, so Chad, now I've never skated vert. I have never skated vert in my life. There was never a vert ramp, but to be honest, I probably never would have. Um, yeah, so I'm assuming this is Anthony Romo, who I'm going to be on the show with tomorrow. Is this correct? Because if it is, I kind of have a. I'm going to tell a quick story. I've never talked to Anthony here, but when I was going back and forth with Toy Kind of Mood, and he was asking for my stuff, he was watching the Patriots game. I know he is because he's a Boston fan, and I made a comment and I said I'd rather be doing any list than listening to Tony Romo, and he kind of came back and he was like, let's not try and diss one of the hosts. And then he came right back and said, "Oh, you meant Tony Romo on the broadcast?" And I was like, "Yes, that Tony Romo." I'm not here to diss one of the hosts of the show. Hell, before I even get on there, let's see, Thousands Wolves is in the house. Man, it is nice seeing you guys. So yeah, so Anthony, yeah, so if anyone tells you that I already don't like you, it's just your counterpart that does football games and used to throw a football for the Dallas Cowboys. He wasn't that good as a Dallas Cowboy, and he's really not that good as a football announcer. So, all right, so I guess let's get into some news, some talk. Where to start with? So I think I want to start with Valaverse, because again, we seem to really go down the G.I. Joe Valaverse line a good amount, and I have a feeling because if watch, why you gotta diss me? I'm sorry, I just, yeah, drives me nuts. I can't. I like you though. I like you. Okay, so we're good. We're good. All right. So Valaverse has shown that they're coming out with some new stuff here. Obviously. Or no, before we get that, I want to discuss the figures. I guess I didn't go over. I did. I got Space Sumo. I know some people tune in to see what I got if they didn't watch my other video. So Space Sumo, he is, from what I can tell, the exact same as the one that's in the 3-pack that was $25. It'll go back down to $25. Oh yeah, by the way, hit the like button. So it pushes this out. At the end of the last broadcast, we had 38 likes. So let's see if we can break it this time. We're already up to 21 people in the chat. We had 203 people vote on what type of collector you are. So that means we should have at least 200 people in the chat right now, right? Isn't that how that works? Anyway, yeah. So if you are looking for, if you don't want to spend the $26 on Space Sumo off Mattel Creations, just wait till you find it for $25. That 3-pack. A matter of fact, that's how you should get all those figures, because honestly, they look better than the other ones. And I did. This is for Chad. $2. These things are perfect for any Dreadnought. $2 on clearance. I think I got 4 of them already. They are awesome. And then I was able to get Rakondo because he popped up out of nowhere. Again, face sculpt is awesome. Someone said I look like him. I don't see that. Although, if you have my personal Instagram page, you could see when I had the long hair. But it's much darker and gray throughout it. But I got Bazooka, and so the biggest issue that I had mentioned, and it seems like some other people are having the same issue, are the legs. And so these legs here are the Roadblock and Duke Roadblock and Gung Ho legs, but the boots are completely different. They're actually a little bit shorter, which will make him a little bit shorter. But I think the issue is these boots are going to be made for another set of legs. Now, I went and looked at all my classified, and none of them that I can see have these boots. So I'm wondering if these boots were actually made for these legs, because I don't think they are, because he sits really, I said I hate the term wonky, but it fits so perfect for him. Like it's a wonky, I don't know, it's just kind of wonky with that. But anyway, yeah, so there is that. Listen, I ramble, I bounce around. See, when I was thinking about like this, oh hey Matthew, you know why you didn't get a notification? Yeah. Hold on. You gotta come up or not? Let's see here. The reason why you probably didn't get a notification because when I went to the live to look at it, I set this for the 16th because it ain't that bright. So it was set to go for the 16th and I changed it. I have a feeling that may be the reason why you didn't get a notification. But anyway, like the Space Sumo here, you gotta, if you collect Motu, like it's a special book. It has no other Masters of the Universe. I thought about like reading it. I'm like, you know what I might do? Just like have like sit down reading time with these little mini comics. But my reading is absolutely awesome. Oh, Juan Juan Toys, I'm sorry, to ask questions, you need to send a super chat. I don't answer anything. I'm that is a complete joke. So question: the shipping in Valaverse is $8. The website appears to be $5 flat. As far as I know, it's always been $8 to ship everything. So did it read that it said that it was $5? Because he's always said that it's been $8. That was actually the reason why when I had my buddy order this, because he was ordering the tin of weapons. I was like, man, I don't really want to have. I'm not ordering that thing, but if you can throw this on it, and I'll just give you the money for it. So I think it's always been $8 for everything. That's to ship anywhere in the U.S. I know it's different to send overseas or even to Canada. Story time with Punk. You know, it could be another. That could be another segment to do for me. So anyway, we'll get into. Hey, this is cool. Look at this. These are the things that I've learned how to do. So we can talk about the Valaverse new weapons. Understand, I don't pay for the StreamYard yet, so I'm still kind of toying around with it because I know you'll do stuff, you'll gain stuff. So I was looking not looking, but I saw that he had posted a few more weapons, and Mark to Toys is the one that I believe is doing most of the weapons, if not all of them. And it seems to be coming out with new blast effects. So I think it looks kind of weird because these blast effects are just gray. So I think you would have been better off not even showing them because it looks kind of strange. But I saw this gun, and all I could think of was, just to make some people mad here, is Valaverse starting to copy off Classified? Because, man, that gun looks very, very much like this one, doesn't it? There you go. I just want to upset some people because I know everyone thinks that Hasbro's copying everything off of Action Force and Valiverse. So anyway, again, some new weapons that are coming. I gotta say, I'm not a big fan of these. I'm not a big fan of this here. It seems to really impose when you're trying to set their hands into it. I do like the new machine gun, although I'm not sure if we need another machine gun already. But I am the one that has been complaining that he only has $3, so I can't complain that new weapons. There aren't new weapons coming. And here with this, it seemed odd. Oops. It seemed odd because he already has an MP5, right? That is an MP5, I believe. Now it's a little different. And I'm wondering if this one here is going to be more to scale, because that's been a complaint of mine on some of the earlier weapons, that some of them, in MP5 was one of them, that is just too big for what I always think of the the MP5 to be. But then I got like this here. This seemed like a really odd weapon, unless if he's going with maybe not a different line, but maybe something a little different. I don't know why you want this. And then this gun here, does anyone know what type of gun this? If anyone's going to know, it would definitely be Chad. I'm sure some other people would, but I know Chad is very much into a few other. He's into weapons. We'll just say that is his job. So you think you're saying it looks like a SCAR with an M249 saw mag? I mean, you talking about this gun right here? The shotgun? See, I'm going to be bouncing back and forth here. That's what you guys came for, the rambling here. Yeah, the shotgun here, like this one. Yeah, this is like a shotgun. But when I look at this here, it really kind of resembles the G.I. Joe the G.I. Joe laser gun that they used in the movies. I know it's in the cartoon. I know it's not, but when you kind of look at it, I mean, you can see that it's a shotgun. I think because it's in that Mark II color, that's closer to the Mark II colors. But I don't know. Like, I think we got enough shotguns right now. But I'm glad they're giving us more weapons. And then there was 2 more here. And again, I was going to say it again. Isn't that almost like what the his tank driver and stuff are coming with? Ooh. Sometimes I just like to poke fun. And then this here is just ugly. I don't know what it is. I'm sure someone will be able to tell me what this is, but I think it's just ugly. But again, more weapons, I guess. I'm not going to be buying a tin of 80 weapons. I don't know if anyone else did. I know my buddy did. Again, crazy, just crazy amount of weapons. I got so many weapons right now, especially now that Classified gives us some. I picked up a couple of the, the Gridiron, the Mark II toys. I'll be picking up some more of those. So anyway, that was the Valiverse talk for today. I don't know if anyone else has anything they want to add to the Valiverse talk. Yeah, the top one. Yeah, I know the top one's a Vector, which is it's very much like the like I said, like the HasLab, at least what we think looks like it's going to be coming. So I am glad that there are so many gun experts and people with the knowledge of weapons, because I know to an extent. How my son comes in and tells me all kinds of things because he plays all those video games and everything, which is absolutely crazy that through video games he's able to yes. I've seen some of your guys' stuff. I know you guys are Gridiron shows, and I have no problem with that at all. I don't know. I think the stuff is very pricey, but the 2 weapons that I did get are extremely nice. So I had a slight complaint about it. And my one buddy ordered 3 loadouts. So once he gets those, then he's going to give them to me to review. And that worries me because I fear that I will go down that road of ordering all of that stuff. So, have you gotten a gridiron? Have I gotten one, Matt? You mean the loadouts? No, I'm still waiting. Again, they're not mine. My buddy who ordered them, who he'll let me review them, actually he messaged me and said he had messaged me and said, yeah, I ordered it because you said how fast they shipped out, and here they just shipped it out. So let's see here. What is it? Necro Taves in the PO 3PO vid of Bobby thanking Hasbro. It's so good. Yes. Matthew knows what I'm about to say. Matthew knows exactly what I'm about to say. I'm just going to say it. I believe that Analog Toys did that. Do you think he knows how the end of Wolf of Wall Street ends? Because it's not a happy ending. Just saying. I'm just saying. It's like Matthew's laughing. There he is. Like, like I said, I keep my thoughts to myself at times. So we'll move on. What were some other things that I wanted to discuss? We'll get into. Oh yeah. So as much as I hate this company. So I hate this company, but I feel like we need to talk about it. And that is the G.I. Joe Super 7 reaction. And yes, that S is a $sign for a reason. Because honestly, that that company knows how to rip people off like no other. But we'll quickly take a look at them. So what do you guys think of the red laser? See, I had a feeling that one was going to come pretty quickly. And I got to say this. So I may not like I may not like Super 7 very much. And I mentioned it before. I think Brian Flynn is a flat out liar with stuff. He pretty much tells you when stuff isn't right. Oh, well, deal with it. What are you supposed to do? But they do come out with some stuff that's going to make people really happy. Red Laser, Raven. I think figures like this, these will be ones that I'm actually I'll be looking to grab when they go on sale, just because they're probably never going to be done in an O-ring line, at least not affordable. But again, 5 points of articulation, not a big fan of. But I will wait. I will wait now and see. I will say that Xamot and Tomax look really good. Again, deaf ears from Hasbro, Super 7. These two should never be separated. I don't get why anyone does this. I've already seen at Target so many times either Xamot or Tomax by themselves. I think I saw 3 Xamots and no Tomax at Target. And it's like, yeah, grandma comes over, wants to buy little Johnny a figure and grabs one figure, not knowing that they're two brothers that go together. There is no reason why these things should not always been put together. Now, the good thing with Super 7 is they usually sit at the Target shelves forever and ever and ever. But here we go. Again, Super 7 with the big $sign. They're going to have how many of these? 9. That's what they usually do. So we'll get 9 of these. We'll probably get 7 to 9 of these. This one is already marked with the I think Cobra patch, so you know that they're probably going to come out with a Target exclusive, which we know will go on sale or clearance. Again, I don't understand why you. I guess if you wanted to redo the arena, now you have Duke and Snake Eyes together. Again, if you don't want to, if you are not looking to open up, then they're nice display. They do have nice card stock and wonderful file cards. And most of the artwork is pretty good. I will give them that. So let's see here. Cobra La said, as a kid, I didn't buy Star Wars toys because of shit articulation. I haven't changed. I won't buy Super 7. So that's what I always say. And I know some people get really aggravated about it. And when Brian Flynn comes out and says, well, I'm not going to lie, I always liked 5 points of articulation better than the O-ring. That's bullshit. No G.I. Joe fan, no kid playing with an O-ring and swivel arm battle grip ever said, wow, you know what my figure would make my figure better? 5 points of articulation. Anyone remember the Star Wars Snowtrooper, the big long gun? You couldn't stand him up and point the gun. The guy just fell right over. Yeah, that's it. That Big Bacon right here. That's exactly it. Paying even more money for less articulation makes absolutely zero sense. And remember, they raised their prices from $18 to $20. So to me, it means, I think it's only a matter of time before those Ultimates, again, less articulation, is going to be raised up to $65. They kind of did it with the Turtles. Oh, guess who's at the door? I guess the kids aren't paying attention to the dog. So give me 1 second. I'll be right back here. And I guess I can keep talking. Come on. All right. All right. To all of you that have not met him yet, I wanted to add myself. We're going to move this really quick. Roman, come up here. Come on. Up here. All right. Here he is. The star of the show. Just ask him, right? Yep. Okay. Go lay down, buddy. All right. So probably going to yell for one of the kids to let him outside in a second. Handsome head injury and hey. Oh, okay, there it is. It wasn't popping up. Your diagnostic 80 look-alike head was not popping up there for a minute. Yeah, I would get Raven, but the articulation just ruins it. Not fond of the artwork either. I like some of the artwork. Some of it I think looks awful. I thought the flip was absolutely horrible. Yes, I like stuff. Yes, I like stuff. Let's see. G.I. Joe store has the best articulation in the $25 price range. Do you mean with the classified, or do you mean with the O-ring when they do give us some O-ring, which isn't nearly enough? Ritz Murphy is in the house. Hey, Ritz. I know this is your first time in here, and I've talked to you numerous times. Great to have you. Make sure, once again, everyone that's in the chat, make sure you hit that like button. I would tell you to share this with friends, but let's be honest, most of you guys are here because your friends don't want to hear you guys talk about toys and G.I. Joe. Is it freezing in the video, Cobra La? There's a good chance because I have kids here that can't get off any devices. So it could just so it is, I'm gonna have to ask Chad where that stuff came from. I have to ask Chad where that came from. That do you like stuff? Because I know he walked away that one time. and I heard him say it, but I don't know if it's like it was an inside joke before. Yeah, so the classified, I mean, the price down to is it a little jumpy? I apologize. Um, I apologize. I get two kids that probably have like 5 devices going on at one time. So if it gets too bad, I'll boot them. I will boot them. Ooh, Arthur English. How are you doing? Good evening to you and you and yours. I've talked to Arthur a few times, I believe. All right, so again, hey, you see this bottom here? Monday Night Toy Ramblings, that's what you're going to get. So we have talked for a good 40 minutes on just a couple of different subjects. So the next thing that I wanted to discuss, so I know we've discussed wrestling before, and it looks like Boss Fight Studios is entering the wrestling arena. The audio is fine, but it's kind of jumpy. All right, give me a second. I'm going to see if I can maybe get some children off for a minute. So I'm going to stop this here. And you guys in the chat can all say, do you like stuff? Okay, I am back. Okay, so oddly enough, only one kid is on a device. The other one, I think, is actually sleeping right now. So it's actually kind of a surprise to see this. So I haven't even really looked at these. I just happened to see that they popped up. And I'm waiting for the Sorzoric Warriors. I have like one Boss Fight Studio. But is anyone else interested in these? I think they look pretty good. I mean, Boss Fight seems to have a pretty good track record with the stuff that they have. You know what? This year, I've never been a Popeye fan, but I was really, really tempted to get those. They just look really good. They look like they popped right off of like right out of the cartoon. So really cool. Okay, well, hold on. So wait, I'm going back. A version of Super 7 Arctic Sled with 4 to 6 wolves would be awesome. Are you talking about the 4-inch or are you talking about the Ultimates? Because they already have this in the 4-inch. I actually have that. That was one thing that I actually did spend money on because it was pretty cool. Yeah, so yep, so yeah, the Boss Fight Studios, yeah, they seem to make good stuff. I don't really hear anyone complain about them. No, I don't say no one. You know, some people do. But yeah, just looking at these, like I said, I don't collect figures. I have like, I have a sick sense of humor. I've kind of been thinking about starting to collect dead pro wrestlers. I know that sounds kind of morbid, but I thought it'd be really cool because there are just so damn many of them right now. And I know that sounds sad, but from the British Bulldog to Macho Man, to Mr. Perfect, and Hulk Hogan and Ric Flair don't seem like they're ever gonna die, but there's the Ultimate Warrior that I saw today, and I looked at it again and went, "Oh, I could start the collection right now." Again, a little morbid. I'm trying to see how many people start dropping out. Okay, so you were talking about a classified version of the Arctic sled. That's something I think would be really cool, but I'm not sure how much they're going to delve into that. Like, and what I mean by that, I mean the cartoon. They seem to really be. They do some colors, almost like an FU to Super 7, even though they're the ones that gave Super 7 the license. But I think they're scared to do anything that's really might not sell well, because they just seem to be just hucking down. So anyway, that was a quick look. I just wanted to quickly look at these. And I guess while I'm on here, I'm not a big Turtles fan, and I know there are some shows that I do watch, like Toy Anxiety and Mad Hatter Reviews, loves Turtles, and obviously Geek Dad Life. Is there anyone that's in on the $400 Mezco TMNT? Because I gotta say, I'm not even thinking about getting it, but man, they look really, really nice. Anytime I'm over here, I always seem to have an issue on this side of the screen here. And these turtles look really nice. And I know Mezco, you might have 3 years before we get anything. But I don't know if anyone else is in on these. I'm not. I don't want to say anyone else. If anyone is on that, I'm not. The Bushwhackers, you know what? I used to work out at the gym, and there was this guy that looked like the Bushwhacker, and he stank so bad, and I always assumed the Bushwhackers stank too. But yeah, these look really awesome. The one thing that someone did point out, I don't remember, if it was Geek Dead Life. I think it might have been Geek Dead Life, or I don't know. It was someone. They pointed out all the different heads, and they said all you needed was at the end of it, one more head with the red bandana, so you'd have 4, so you could do like an old style classic one. So see, look, it wasn't. See, look, guys, it's not my stream that's jumping. It's Cobra La's phone. But what do you expect when you live up in Antarctica? I mean, come on. What kind of phone service do you get up there? So Arthur English. Well, Arthur, I saw, if I'm correct, I believe you posted getting the Optimus Prime trailer. So I could see how you might be into that. I am correct. It was you that posted that, right? That is absolutely crazy. So that was something I kind of want to just kind of quickly glance over. Like I said, I know there's a lot of Turtle fans, or else there wouldn't be 10 different companies that are making Turtles. What about Killer Clouds from Outer Space? Anyone? So that was you. See? And you got one for your brother, which means you also must have Optimus Prime. That is a hefty investment. But that's pretty cool. Like that's pretty cool, man. So let's see here. Master Verso says, no, I already have the first release of the NECA movie Turtles there. Yeah, like you said, there's so many different Turtles. And I mean, I was always happy to be a G.I. Joe collector when it was like, hey, there's really not that much. Where like if you were Star Wars, you were buying stuff all over the place. And then once G.I. Joe started blowing up, and you're like, now I have to pick and choose what I want. But it's kind of crazy to think of how many turtles when you've only had what, 3 live action movies, one animated movie. Now you've had a lot of different cartoons and different things like that, but it's crazy to see so many of these. So so here's Trick or Treat Studios. I believe, yeah, I discussed this last stream about the price of their 5 points of articulation figures being like 2 for $25, which I found absolutely shocking considering Super 7 had to raise their prices for 1 to $20. And I know there's a lot of horror fans out there. So is anyone into these killer clowns from outer space? I gotta be honest, I've actually never seen the movie. I know of the movie. I've seen clips of the movie, but I have never actually seen the movie. And I guess because I've never talked about horror with anyone or anyone on here. We've never really addressed it, other than I do have a few of the Evil Dead figures, Ash. Because again, he's from Royal Oak, Michigan, which is right down the street along with Sam Raimi. So, all right. I don't see anything in the chat, so I'm going to say no one cares. Like I said, okay, so I may have seen the movie in years past, and I know I've caught a bunch of it, like clips of it, but I don't remember seeing the whole thing. Kind of like I've never seen the Human Centipede all the way through. And I may have just grossed out a whole bunch of. My 13-year-old told me that she looked up the Human Centipede, and if you haven't seen the Human Centipede or don't know what I'm talking about, don't even go looking for it. And she said all her friends had said they seen it, so she went and looked it up, and she's like, "Why would anyone watch that?" And I was like, "Man, I hear you there. I hear you there." So, all right, so we're gonna get to. Listen, if you guys don't check out Toy Habits and you're a G.I. Joe Motu fan, like, you're missing out. So this is for you, Masterverso. It looks like Target is once again starting to stock these. Now I did see the Ground Ripper today at Target, $32. I was this close to picking it up, but I'm like, you know what? I think we'll probably half off next month or next week, because all their stuff just constantly like there. I mean, I've never seen anyone clearance and put on sale quicker than they do Masters of the Universe. I mean, it's absolutely crazy. So I did see this. If anyone's picked it up, I definitely I actually just sold the Road Ripper like last year. I got one in a lot, and then this came out. I actually sold it. It's been longer than that because it was actually before I got into Motu, so probably about 2 years ago. Before I started collecting the Origins, I fought collecting the Origins, but Hasbro was taking so long to give me Classified that I just could not do it. I hate when it does this. But anyway, yes, I saw the Road Ripper. I don't know if anyone else is. He talked to the horse all the time. Yeah, so they changed it to the Ground Ripper from the Road Ripper. I don't understand why. The Mecha-Neck no longer, like, you have to add his head to it. Every time this screen here is super, super slow. Hopefully, as everything kind of grows here, we can maybe upgrade a few things. So anyway, it looks like Target is starting to get this stuff. These still say unavailable. I don't have a Cobra Khan yet. He is on pre-order because I definitely want the Cobra Khan. And then over over here, the Man at Arms. Yeah, see, I'm starting to lose my train of thought right here. The not special edition. What the hell is the deluxe? He, again, for me, unless if you need something, you want something like it's your favorite figure in the Master of the Universe line, just wait till they go on clearance or on discount. They will on Amazon, they will on Target, and now that GameStop is starting to carry them, you definitely know that they're going to carry them there. So, I know I haven't seen Matthew that much there. He's watching those Horn Frogs, isn't he? You watching the Horn Frogs right now, Matthew? But yeah, it looks like not Two-Face. Too Bad is either starting to show up or about to start showing up at Target. Anyway, okay, so let's see a few other things. I did want to mention, and I know I mentioned it before, and you guys know, being an Amazon affiliate, one of the main ways to support the channel without dropping super chats, super thanks, different things like that is the Amazon affiliate link. So anytime that you order something from Amazon, if you click on one of the links that that are in the chat in one of the community tabs, anything that you order like within that period of time, it does help grow the channel due to commissions and different things like that. Technically, every time that I put something out there, I think because of the FCC, I'm supposed to say exactly what the Amazon affiliate link is. So wanted to put it out there. Might help support the channel. Click one of those Amazon links because everyone, everyone hits them. I feel weird asking people, hey, join the channel, become a channel member. I know I've done it. I put out a video there. I still have it there. I'm thinking, so, when I do my videos, when I do my reviews, I want it to be first reaction. So when you see me open up the figure, that's exactly how it is. I've had a few people say, hey, if you give it a little bit of time, you can, are they killing TCU? What's the score right now, man? Because what's the score right now? I was gonna bet on Georgia, and I was like, you know what, my luck is they'll lose. But yeah, so like I feel weird asking anyone to join the channel, although I don't know. But what I do want, 45-7, holy shit. Oh wow. Let's see here. Payne's Toy Samples is in the house. Evening to you also. So when I do my videos, especially the review videos, I like to do like firsthand of what you see. So as I open them up, that's what you see. And I know people have mentioned, well, if you put a little bit of time or you're not putting any effort into it. But my whole point is so you can see exactly how it is when you come out of it. But what you don't see is sometimes when I screw up the openings. Because sometimes I'll redo those 2, 3, 4 times, and you'll just hear me start swearing at myself. So I was thinking about putting those up on the channel for one of the membership prices. So if anyone is interested and they want to see when I start cursing at myself, and I'm still trying to figure out, I know a lot of people do this Patreon. It seems like I don't want to say a lot of work, but a lot of time that I'm not sure if I have time to do Patreon or even have enough stuff to that you guys would be interested in, especially not yet. I mean, we did hit 1,400 subscribers, 1,402 to be exact. So I was very impressed with that. Very happy with that. So anyway, was there anything else? So anyway, again, if you want to support the channel, the Amazon affiliate, the memberships, different things like that, and like I said, I am going to try and start putting on there for the second membership tier, putting up videos that will just kind of my outtakes. If anyone is interested to watch me curse at myself and swear at myself when I forget something, or you can kind of see the behind the scenes of how much I hate it when I do certain things. Oh yeah, so there was, and then I guess the last thing here, I leave this up here. See, you guys got to say, hey, you know what? Get that thing out there for a bit. The new Marvel Legends. Yes. So what's the Build-A-Figure that has come out for the Build-A-Figure here for the X-Men Legends. I've heard some people already complaining about it. I don't really know enough about it. I don't know if anyone is interested in it, but I don't think it looks like a bad figure. I understand why you do Build-A-Figures because, they're not giving people a lot of accessories when it comes to this stuff. So do a Build-A-Figure, I guess, but I don't know if anyone is interested in that. It seems like so many people are so turned off by that stuff right now. So anyway, Payne's Toy Samples says it's all about growth. Keep putting out interesting stuff. Enjoy a lot of your. Thank you very much. Like I said, I really do enjoy it. It sometimes gets tedious. You hear people talk about getting burnt out on YouTube, and I can definitely see it. But I enjoy doing it. This guy here, right here, Jeremy. I was really, really. I don't know why he's saying I'm not perfect, but that hurts. Yeah, it looks like it's the same buck as like the Rhino and Abomination. It looks like a lot like Abomination. No, I saw Jeremy. He actually posted a couple of my reviews on the G.I. Joe channel or G.I. Joe Facebook page. And to me, that was awesome. Like, that was super cool. And he said it's cool if I post my own videos when I do reviews. So like I said, I enjoy it. I'm glad that you guys enjoy what you're seeing. Like I said, I've watched a lot of how to grow YouTube channels, how to do better videos. And I've tried to adapt it because I don't want these full produced, overly produced videos, because it's really about showing you the figure. But I know people don't just always want to see, hands, just hands on the screen. So I like to give myself my character, and it seems like most of you seem to enjoy hearing the ramblings of myself. And here he says, yes, link stuff them, self-promote my, again, I appreciate it. I'm glad you let me. I've seen you, promote other people, and it's supposed, I've noticed that I whistle a lot when I'm talking. So anyway, all right, so there's some of my rambling. So I guess what we should get into, if you guys so care to, is what the actual topic is supposed to be about. That's the biggest issue that I'm trying to figure out, doing this alone. I don't have someone to talk to. I gotta read the comments. But like I said, we had 203 people vote on what type of collector you are. Now, I've seen a lot of your guys' stuff, so I know, like Matthew, I know the type of collector he is. He is not just an opener, he is a photographer, and he does absolutely wonderful photography. So I kind of showed all the stuff up here because this is kind of a mix of everything. You got some unopened stuff, you have some displayed stuff, you have some static poses, different, different things like that. So what is shit? I couldn't be on camera braver than me. You know what? It's just once you start doing. Listen, I hear my voice. I hate my voice. All right, I mean, I hate it. I'd rather be on camera. I'd rather someone see me than hear me. But unfortunately, you kind of got to do both. And it took me time to even get up to do a live stream. And as you can see, I'm still trying to learn. And every single one of you guys like have definitely helped me here. So, Cobra Law is NIB nice inbox because that's not mint inbox because I don't think I've ever seen NIB. I know I see MIB all the time. Men in Black. But yeah, so you gotta figure out a way to get like, how do we give everyone's Instagram names? That's what we really need. If you have Instagram, Cobra Law, you better have an Instagram by the end of the night tonight. All right. Well, so let's see. I'd make videos, but I don't open all my G.I. Joes, and no one wants to hear what I have to say. New inbox. Okay, well, okay, that makes more sense than nice inbox, because who wants just a nice inbox? You would be surprised what people want to hear, to be honest. NIB is a NIB is a Black Sabbath song. I gotta say, Jeremy, I saw you with the big beard now, and wow, I can't grow a beard. That's why I have a mustache or a goatee, and if I shave it, I look like a child. Cobra Law, you'd be surprised, man. I never thought, go back and watch some of my old videos when I started making them. They were awful. And I just had the idea to do it because I started collecting classified. I had the original O-rings, and I was like, let's compare them. And you go watch those, and you're just like, most people must be looking going, man, yeah, I can tell that's a G.I. Joe, but I can't see what he's talking about because I was so far away. So Palpatine has joined. I love Palpatine. This guy is a good guy. I hit this and it didn't come up. Don't ever apologize that you're late. You're not even close to me. I mean, Master Verso could show up on time, but hey, it's cool. Don't worry about it. Guess who's back at the door? You get one guess who's back at the door. Hold on. Let's go get this guy. It's like there's no one else here that he could hang out with. Oh, here he is. Come up here. Oh, second appearance from Roman. Yep, see, that's still right there. All right, go sit down, buddy. All right, go sit down. All right. All right, so let's see here. Let's see, Cobra Law. What am I going to do? Here's my new G.I. Joe figure, and I'm not opening it. All right. I'm not even going to lie. Like, you actually, like, seriously, like, did you hear what you just said? Like, you could do a whole thing of short videos where you show your G.I. Joe and go, hey, look at my new G.I. Joe. New in box. Looks wonderful. I'm not opening them. Turn around, hang it on the wall or wherever you put it, and then turn off the video. And you have a short video. And eventually you're going to have one go viral. Because people are going to be like, what? And you just drop it all. Like, it'd be so awesome. I would honestly subscribe, even though I'm clearly not an inbox collector. And I even sometimes take my jabs at inbox collectors when I say they shouldn't be allowed to vote on figures of the year because they haven't touched them. But hey, again, it's all, hey, listen, everyone here is fun. Here to have fun. But no, like, right there, like, you just, like, right there, you have a whole you have a whole collage of videos to do. I've opened 2 classified figures, Storm Shadow and Outback. You know, you can package them back up and put them right back in, and no one would even know, right? So are there any, I forget, not that I forgot, I can only do 5 different in the poll, 5 different options, and someone had posted 2 of everything. Now in the 90s, I had bought 2 of everything when it came to the Star Wars Power of the Force line. And I know I mentioned it on one of the streams. I mean, I bought everything. The lightsabers were super long. They made them short. I bought the short ones. They had short lightsabers in the and they still had the old in the bubble where it still had the long saber. I was buying those. There was a Boba Fett with this there was 3 different Boba Fetts, one with a full circle, one with a half circle. Man, I went absolutely crazy buying everything. And when I was laid off like 20 years ago, I actually sold everything. And now I look at all that stuff and I'm like, it's still not even worth what I paid for it. Yeah, it's not even. So yeah, there are reasons I don't open, and mostly back to money. I know, but you know what? It's fun. Man, look how fun Bazooka looks. I can bend them. Of course, I already lost this. I don't know where. Somewhere up here. This is a bad example. I shouldn't have given a figure that I've already lost something to. If someone else complained about that too, and then I just happened to notice him and his small little feet that he doesn't stand straight properly. You know what? I had the Falcon. I had everything from that first line. I remember going to all the Kmart's and the Toys R Us's and getting that. It was so much fun though. I mean, I had so much fun. So much fun at that time. Searching for stuff. I mean, I guess I was a collector, dude, at just keeping all my G.I. Joe stuff. But that was really when I got into collecting. And it was a lot of fun. I even look back at it now, and it was a good time. It really was. It's better than today. I mean, today is awful. Man, the Cobra has like a sad story. It's fun. I also lost all my stuff when I was a kid. When my mom died, I would have some issues not opening them. Okay, so you know what? Listen, I'm gonna tell you something right now. I lost my mom when I was 13 years old. The one reason why I kept my G.I. Joe stuff was because it reminds me of that time. My aircraft carrier that I have, that's my aircraft carrier from when I was a kid. My Terradrome, it's mine from when I was a kid. And it takes me back. And my ex, she never understood. Like she doesn't have hobbies. She doesn't collect anything. So I understand fully what you're saying. I go and sit in that room, and it's just like it takes you back to this childhood. Now I had a lot of stuff back then, not nearly what I have today, but just to see all that stuff, like I understand. So, believe me, I fully understand. But that's what a lot of collecting is. It's not just always having the figures. It's where does it take you back in your time? Because God knows at 47, when I get paid, I'm already broke because, I have an ex that I have to pay for the kids and mortgage, car. And luckily for me, I don't have a significant other. So all my extra money can go into this hobby, which has become an obsession. It's become an obsession. But yeah, So, hey, transfer dream. Hey, you know what, dude? You brought us down to not down. You brought us thinking about a lot of other things. Listen, I'm with you, man. I'm with you. So, anyway, but I'm telling you right now, everyone just said, do the shorts. You will be known as the guy that doesn't open the toys. Like that's your thing. And you'd be surprised how much you can grow doing shorts like that. I mean, if that's something you're into, man, I'm telling you. Palpatine, let's see. What I always loved of the power of the Force was the card packaging and the amount of bio of it. Character we would get, look at it now. We get the liner, tons of legalization. I know it's awful. Here's an old friend of mine, really big into Star Wars. He so I don't know if you guys will remember the power of the Force at Toys R Us. Had this huge banner, the power of the Force, and it was so big they had to put slits in it, or the wind would have probably ripped it off. And this old friend of mine timed how long it took the security to drive around the circle at the mall. He shimmied up one of the water pipes, got his tools, undid it so it fell down. He undid the bottom first. He missed one though. It fell down. He had to shimmy back down, undo it, crammed it in a car, and took off. And I remember hanging it. It was so big that we had to put it on his front yard and get on the roof of his house so we could see it because it just looked like this big blur. Like Cobra Law, you didn't kill anything, man. Listen, dude, we're all fucking friends here, man. You know what? You have a story. I have a story. Like I said, my mom died when I was 13. So, that G.I. Joe shit, it means everything to me. If it wasn't for all that stuff, I might not even collect the O-ring stuff anymore. I may have just kind of backed away from the 4-inch stuff. Although, you got that Sky Striker coming in. Oh, I'm a little too excited over that. But anyway, yeah. So he stole this thing, and like we pinned it to his apartment roof or apartment ceiling. It was just so damn big. So Power of the Force, I had a lot of fun with it. Oh, so Rich Murphy here. Okay, so he's got a question again. Super chats if you want me to answer questions. Isn't that how most of the live streams do it? So, what do you think of the new Hasbro Sky Striker comes packaged? All right, so I watched the one guy that posted in the Facebook page. I'm not a big fan of the streamer that did it, but that's neither here nor there. I'm not a fan of the wings, and the tail wings not being assembled to it. If it's in the same size box that the original Sky Striker is, and I believe it is, I don't see why we're snapping together the wings, the tail wings and the main wings. I don't understand that. I understand the tail, whatever it is, but I don't get it. Now, when I saw the stickers, I kind of got really aggravated because I don't want to do stickers. But when the guy was showing them off, it looks like the stickers really only go to the wings, so you can change what you want to do. They go to the fins, and it has the Cobra stuff, so you can go over it. And then obviously there's the there's certain ones that go on the canopies, and there's two different canopies, so you can mark up a couple different ones. So I'm okay with that, but I like the fact that they're tampoed on there. Let's see. Yeah, only the body and the engines are that didn't make any sense to me. That's what I'm saying. Like, that made no sense to me. Why wouldn't you have had everything sealed? So I'm really interested. I think I might do a quick live unboxing when I get it. Obviously I won't be putting it together because I do plan on doing a video comparing it to the 85, then the 25th anniversary, and showing the difference. But the fact that the wings, again, the fact that it's multiple pieces, that bothers me. It also bothered me that the guy didn't realize how to do the wheels and everything. Like, it's just, I don't know, some things kind of aggravate me. I think you should do a little bit of research when it comes to something like that. And the guy said he bought one. He bought that thing for like $425, and he has 2 more coming. He's on the Whatnot app, and it really sounds like he's a flipper more than anything. And I don't know if you watched this. I'm assuming you probably watched that same video. He was kind of complaining about the one figure that it wasn't glued on to the onto the package. It came off, and all I could think of is, like, I hope they're all like that. I hope they all just kind of fall right off, because I don't want to ruin the card, but I also want the figures out that. So there is a 35-minute video on the Facebook Punks with Toys Facebook page. I believe I added you to it. And the guy is like, I don't know, he's not selling it. He's selling other stuff on Whatnot. I didn't fully understand. But it's weird, like, just the way that it is. Like, in the box is the base of the Sky Striker, and in the corners, like 2 of the corners, it's the engines. It didn't make so the box is not sealed, so I can open it. Well, don't let that be your first short, because your whole concept of your shorts is that you don't open your toys. Cobra Lot, listen, you better have some short videos done. You definitely do. So let's see. I didn't back the Sky Striker, but I did back 3 his tanks, man. So I take it you are not a 1/18th scale collector, and listen, it's hard to collect both scales. I just have so many of the original, and again, like I said, they mean so much to me. I only got 1 hiss because, well, I do have 2 3D printed hisses, and two 3D printed mech hisses. Again, crazy that I have that much stuff and not that much room. But I can't wait. I can't wait to get that hiss tank. Who else backed the hiss? Because I know a lot of people did, like 26,000. Also, anyway, again, remember, make sure you hit the like video. I don't think it doesn't look like, I don't know, like we were trending around 23 last time. Maybe the national championship game is eating into my live streaming, or maybe wrestling. I don't see a lot of toy fans being big, huge football fans, though. So wrestling fans, definitely, for sure. So look at all these hisses, man. Matthew got 2. Chaz got 2. Where'd everyone go? I don't know. Paul Fisher, he backed. Paul Fisher. Now, okay, I'm going to ask, are you new to the chat? Because I don't remember seeing you, and if you have been, I apologize. 3 Sky Strikers and 1 hiss. So this guy is, he's excited, right? Um, Rich, you back to his? I thought. Wait, I thought you were an O-ring collector. Did you just back it because it just looked that good? Um, all right, yeah. First live stream. All right, cool. I'm glad. Like, hey, listen, this is what we need. It's gonna take time. Um, yeah. See, like, where trying to scroll back here. Yeah, Anthony comes here. Anthony comes in, asks where everyone went. Now he's like, man, we might have to de-ask him to not be on the stream with us tomorrow because everyone vanished. I promise you, I will not ramble on too much on your guys' live stream. You collect classified mint in box. I will have to say, like, the fact of how those are packaged, that they're going to be perfect for mint in box, that's for sure. Yeah, Jeremy, like, you are going to, yeah, you're going to make your money back, especially if you break those figures up. Yeah, if you break those figures up, you're definitely going to make your money back. I think the way those figures are going to go, the way the classified stuff is, man. Chaz only watches European soccer and NHL. Well, first off, you live in California, so what the hell do you watch the NHL for? Although teams from California do win the Stanley Cup more than teams from Canada. That's my little dig at Canada. Oh, wow. Please ramble so Travis can't speak. You know what? When I gotta when Diagnostic 80 was on there and he did his his honorable mentions. Holy shit. I mean, I watched the full force. That guy can go on and on, but it was like, damn, dude. Like, and then you guys, like, it was like a sprint to get through everyone. No, I've already told them that I'm not gonna ramble too much. You'll find that it was hilarious. It was hilarious. I started making comments, and then all of a sudden, Chris was like, he realized that he had seen me in the live stream, and then even I started making comments about him going on and on his stream, and then it kicked in him that he realized, like, oh, wait a minute, you're referring back to when I just kept going on and on. No, see, but the thing about him is that he knows it too, so he doesn't really try and hide it. I will definitely do my best to not over try. I'm gonna do my best to not try and over talk people. I haven't been on a live stream with people, but I work in a professional environment, so I know there's a time to talk and a time not to talk. Yeah, you know what? Like, okay, so you're right. He gets enthusiastic. Listen, as I sit here and I talk about this stuff here, and you guys hear me ramble on, and I know you guys all make the jokes, I make the jokes. It really feels like when you're watching me go on or someone like Chris, it's like you're enjoying because you can tell that someone is actually passionate about their stuff. There's there's a guy, there's another guy that does videos and he sounds miserable. He never changes his tone. He speaks at one speed. He hates everything about the toy industry. He has to be right. And I don't, and then gets mad when people say that that he's miserable and that he's boring. And he's like, you guys don't even know, you guys don't even know anything about me. And it's like, well, I'm watching your videos. I don't want that. Like, this is supposed to be a release. Yes, there are a couple, but Matthew knows exactly who I'm talking about. Matthew knows exactly what I'm talking about. No, again, Anthony, as long as when we show up to that live stream, you're not the Tony Romo that works with Jim Nance, we'll be good. If I get ambushed to find out that that's the Tony Romo I am on with, well, this is not, hey, listen, I'm not talking about Viper Island. Hey, listen, Gangster Island, the notorious Gangsta Island, man, I'm not messing with that guy. Have you seen people from Canada? Rumor is it they have a gun. I mean, the whole country has a gun. Here in Detroit, I probably can find more guns on the street if I really wanted to than all of Canada. Yeah, you love Tony Romo. Yes, huge fan of Tony Romo. Huge fan of his. Yeah, see, when you read through these comments, sometimes you can tell who I have a. I'm not saying that word, Chaz. I'm not saying that. But he doesn't talk in a monotone. That's another guy that talks in a monotone. And he hates a guru too. If you didn't know that. He's not a fan of many gurus, especially Motu gurus. Anyway, G Island. I swore that I would not get into drama, but man, sometimes I just gotta take my damn shots. You know what? Hold on. I'm gonna show you guys something. I said I wasn't gonna do this, but fuck it. I'm already here. It's 10:30, and you guys have stuck with me for this long. You guys ever go to Social Blade? So Social Blade allows you to see how YouTubers do. Probably shouldn't be doing this. Now, Matthew's already laughing. I've had this talk already with someone else in the chat. If I can get Social Blade to come up here. Actually, all the stuff was up and not too long ago. Not a good metric. Maybe not, but it does say a little something. I can call him Suck Island. Hey, listen, I'm just hoping that he's able to use some of the video that we do, and he just cuts me out completely. Because that was awesome. Like when he took your guys' stuff and just literally like cut you guys out, it was so awesome. Like he just zoomed in and Emily and was like, yeah, these two guys on the side asking questions, they don't even exist. Let's see if this is gonna come up right now. See, now I got like 24 viewers, like 24 people. See, Tony comes back in, and all of a sudden he brings Jim Nance and all his buddies, and yeah, it's so let's see if this is gonna come up. I know this is very entertaining. Listen, all the 23 of you, go get your friends. Okay. I like how Island Boy was his head sitting. I think anyone that doesn't follow Chaz the Guru um, on Instagram, you are missing out. He is by far the best toy meme memer ever. And that's not to put anyone else down, because there's no shame in being, the Mario Lemieux to Wayne Gretzky. It's cool. Like, all right, so we've discussed this before. I just hate this fucking guy. All right, I do. I hate that people listen to him, because first off, he gives bullshit out. See, I went down a road. I knew I was eventually going to do it. All right. So here we go. So we all have metrics. All right. Let me see. Let me get mine up really quick, and I'll show you. Hold on. I'm an awful typist. I'm going to show you mine. Listen, I went through a whole bunch. And again, I went through this with someone else also. I looked at mine. I looked at like Geek Dead Life. I looked at Analog Toys, who I know has a shitload of subscribers. And you can see this. Everyone has ups and downs. They have trends. And of course, for me, I'm not going to have nearly as many as, some of those guys. But you see a trend. I can't believe. All right. There's someone. Okay. So can I say your name? Can I say who I was talking to? All right. So I can get mine up here. I just want to show you guys so people don't think that this is just BS. I know Matthew may said it may not be the greatest, but there's just some things that don't seem to jive all that well. All right, so mine's finally coming out. Sorry, guys. But get ready for the entertainment if mine comes up. All right, so I was talking to Chaz, and I showed Chaz this, and Chaz like, you need to. Chaz like, dude, you need to break this story. And I'm like, I don't want to get into drama. Here I am. All right. So we'll pipe this in here. So I have 1,400. I have 1,400 subscribers. So here's the analytics of my subscribers. Now it only goes back to June 22nd because I changed my name when I was just using LJ Frontera. That's my name. Then I wanted to change to have an actual YouTube name, right? So if you're looking here, it shows you the progression, right? So you can see here back in June, just kind of scrolling along, 11 subscribers. These are all new subscribers, ups and downs, 8, 20. Here I have 29. Like, that is huge for me, all right? 40 in one day. And this is not a rough estimate because a lot of them, they stop at like 40, 50, 60, right? So like here, 50 subscribers, okay? Listen, I get 50 subscribers in one day. I am ecstatic, okay? Let's see if I can pull. I want to pull up someone else who is close. Thank you guys for hanging in. You guys won't. Chaz already knows. You guys could have already gone here, I guess, if you really, really wanted to. So we're going to do Geek Dead Life. All right. And the reason why I do Geek Dead Life is because he just hit 15,000, I believe. So if it comes up, if you look right here, you can see I already have his up here. I already have his up here. And from what I understand, he posted the G.I. Joe movie and then got copyright strikes. This thing is moving so slow. I have to apologize. No, hey, you know what, Jeremy? No, seriously, I'm not scoffing at 50. When I get 50 in a day, which has only happened like one time, man. Am I in dialogue? I don't know, dude. I don't know why it is so slow. My kids aren't on it. Aren't even on it right now. Oh, yes, I know. This is all for some odd reason. When I move over to this screen, it moves super, super slow. But we're in Michigan, man. Like our dial-up is just it's blazing. All right. All right, so here comes Geek Dead Life. Okay, saw it change. Come on, 19. Come on, guys. Come on back. At 50, 56. Listen, I still work with fax machines. Believe it or not, people still use fucking fax machines. And I don't know why. Oh, well, the government. All right, so this thing is really just pissing me off here. Okay. It's here. It details statistics. Hopefully this comes up a little bit quicker than everything else has. We're back up to 21. All right, guys. Here it comes. You got Gridiron. Why does he have bad Wi-Fi there? Normally, I don't think it's been. I watched back in a couple, and it was a little slow. I thought my kids were on. I think my son actually went to bed. You hope I get 10,000 subscribers. Yeah. You know, no, nothing is impossible. Listen, there's a lot of fans. All right, so this is Geek Dead Life. All right. Yeah, change. All right, so this is Geek Dead Life. All right, so going back to January 20. All right, so we start scrolling across here, and of course it hasn't loaded because you're not seeing the actual jump here. Get a second hamster. I'm gonna get a gerbil. All right, I think they can go longer. So anyway, if you look at Geek Dead Life here, here's his weekly subscribers going back to January 20. I'm assuming this must have been when he started the actual channel. All right. And it sure doesn't help. If it's not showing me the subscribers, it doesn't help. Okay, so here's Geek Dead Life, and here you get 460 subscribers, right? Now, this goes by week. So I guess day is wrong. This goes by week. So in a week here, you get 460 subscribers. Now, again, if we scroll up here, you can see he's sitting at 15K, right? So just looking at here, he has a nice little progression, right? This seems about right. That's how probably most YouTubers look. Mine looks like this, obviously just at a smaller scale. Look, he jumped 120 in a week. Pretty good. I'd be happy with that. You know, here's another big jump, 300. Let's go look at Viper Island. This is his right here. So he starts off at 48. You can clown me all you want tomorrow, Tony. You can. Hopefully it won't be, but it probably will be. So here's Viper Island, 48. A jump up to 455. That's a good amount there, right? 400. And then 72. And then here he's just like scrolling 10, 50, 40, right? 140. And then all of a sudden, boom, 2,120. And then the next week, 2,950. And then 900. And then 300. And then all of a sudden, he's back to absolutely like 0 subscribers in 1 week. So supposedly this was when he posted the G.I. Joe movie and supposedly got a whole bunch of subscribers. I'm calling BS because if you look right here, right when he started, I bet he bought subscribers. He's already mentioned that he is in the industry, so he understands how to do it. So if you look here, I bet he bought subscribers for these couple weeks, went down, realized he ain't getting shit. And then all of a sudden, he jumped up and got all of his. If this was an up and down, I'd say, you know what? Maybe the guy's right. He goes weeks where he doesn't even get a subscriber. Look at this. No subscribers. This is not right. And the only reason why I found this, or that I thought about this, was because I was watching some guy that came out. It was plates, not more plates, more dates. obviously bodybuilding stuff, but he did a thing where talking about one of those, I don't know, YouTube guys that sells bullshit, right? You've probably all seen him. I can't think of his name, but he started going and he was just kind of showing how many subscribers. So I went and looked at, Viper Island, and look at this. Don't tell me this is natural because you have no other subscribers. All right. I mean, still it shows he's getting like 100, 200 every week, maybe, but he got the majority of his subscribers in a month period. So I wasn't going to do this. I really wasn't. I really wasn't. I just fucking hate seeing his YouTube channel so goddamn much. Because you know what? He's what's wrong with fucking YouTubers. He is the Mike Zero. All right? If you know Mike Zero, and I know some people do, Matthew, he is the G.I. Joe's Mike Zero. All right? Except no one can pump out content like Mike Zero, even if it's not real. So, I don't know what we're going to talk about next week. I should probably, let's see. I guess quickly. So Tony says, that's, yeah, that's insane. I know it's crazy. It's like, seriously, it makes no sense whatsoever unless you're buying subscribers. Now, I don't even know where you would go to buy subscribers, nor would I want to know why you would buy subscribers for a G.I. Joe channel. But something just isn't right. Chaz, I know, who looked at this longer than anyone else other than myself. The 0 subscribers must be when he got the copyright strike. Possibly. But I still, like, if someone was playing the G.I. Joe movie, I wouldn't subscribe to the channel. I still don't think you would get that many subscribers. Yeah, so Chaz says, I was talking to other people wondering how the hell he had that Joe movie up for so long. Because he's in Canada. I don't even remember him having the movie up, but that's because I really don't follow him. Again, so let's see. Elite Legends and Iron Can are up there with Viper Island. Okay, so Elite Legend, I had to leave his page. I don't have a problem with it, but you know what? Like, it just wasn't. There were some guys that, unfortunately, in my opinion, like to dish it out, but God forbid they take it. And it's not Elite Legend. It's just some of his moderators, and they're not bad people. They're just, I don't know. Like, I saw someone get really butthurt when someone would attack them, but I'm like, you're attacking all these other people. Iron Ken. Want a story about Iron Ken? So Iron Ken, who just absolutely hates Valaverse, and I know I'm told I hate Valaverse. When I did the video when the hip broke of the Swarm Trooper, Swarm? No, Scarab. I did the video. I posted it. He used my video, or he used my photo in one of his videos, and I know it was mine because it was the picture on my bar that I took. And he said, yeah, this guy, he even did everything that he said and it still broke. And I went and I commented, I said, that's my picture. That's not what happened. And he hearted it. Like, you motherfucker, like, I just told you that's not what I fucking said. And you hearted it. Like, I just called you like a fucking liar. And again, it's like, so Ford knows who Mike Zero is. Oh no, I'm sorry, dude. I was gonna tell you to go look. He gives the worst uninformed Star Wars information ever. That is who Mike Zero is. Yes, you want? I want to know because I want to start a channel and buy them bitches. maybe we'll do that tomorrow. Maybe we'll just buy a whole bunch of subscribers. Yeah, Iron Ken acted really tough until, God forbid, this guy find this, because he'll be blasting me all over the damn place. Yes. Iron Ken kept talking and talking until he got into the feud with Articulated Ninja. And Articulated Ninja, who I don't dislike, but I have my feelings on him too. But he is very articulated when it comes to his responses to his videos, and he really put Iron Ken in his place. Palpatine says, "Yeah, F Mike Zero." Yes. This. I don't even know if you looked up Mike Zero right away and you didn't know enough, that you'd understand the amount of BS that comes out of that guy's mouth. With that said, when he tells his fake news, he is convicted. He has conviction in his lies. Are they even lies? They're just stories. I don't even think they're lies anymore. They're just stories that the guy's coming up with. And the guy does, I think it was Matthew that I was talking to. He did I went back and I'm like, dude, he did 24 videos in 7 days. I couldn't even imagine doing 24 videos, and they're not nearly as long. Well, no, videos are what, 10, I think maybe 15, 20 minutes. And he just, oh man, it's just crazy. Yeah, dude. I mean, I'm not even. Yeah, so let's see here. Iron Ken versus Ninja. While Ninja destroyed Ken, he did. Well, Ken's an idiot. I mean, I know if this ever gets back to him, he'll probably come out and start attacking me. And the guy's an idiot. You can't understand half the words that he says. I mean, I'm not the most articulated person when it comes to talking. I mean, hell, articulated is probably the most articulated word I'm going to say. But the guy is just an idiot. Let's see. Perceive Velocity says, I like Iron Ken, but I stopped watching because he's constantly starting fights with other YouTubers for no reason. Yeah. And like I said, that's as I'm leaving up the big giant boner from when Viper Island got all the subscribers, and I'm saying how I don't want to get involved in this. Anyway, listen, quickly here, I'm just going to say, if you want to know where he got his subs, you can pull this up and go, oh, okay. Yeah. Like I said, I don't really want to be someone to get into YouTube battles. It's a quick, cheap pop. It's a way to get quick subs. I don't want that. 3 stacks to the max. The problem is when you put yourself out there, you better be willing to take it. Iron Ken, I don't believe Ken. Mike Zero, again, I'm talking about Mike Zero. He's a Star Wars guy. I don't think he watches anything anything on YouTube. I mean, I literally don't think he watches anything on YouTube, especially the information he's giving people. But he's so convicted. He's got this conviction. You want to believe what he tells you because you think it's got to be right. And it's not. By now, Kathleen Kennedy should have been fired at least 84 times this year. Okay, you've heard enough. Come on. What do you want to talk about? Yeah. Listen, I promise you this will not be where you come here to hear me bitch about other YouTubers, because frankly, this platform is big enough for every single person out there. If you don't like them, you just move on. And unfortunately, I kind of went on for too long about someone I don't really care for, or multiple people, but sometimes you just gotta say, hey guys, here's the proof. So I'm gonna start doing my own notorious intros. Just so you guys know, I don't drink. So anything that you get from here is just my natural emotion and attitude. I don't do drugs. I don't drink. Yeah. Ooh, yeah. It's true. You gotta have thick skin. In general to be in the public. I agree. And again, even though this is a small community. I can tell you this from skating here and getting back into it in the past 7 years and really becoming connected to the main skate park here. And I'm considered one of the modern guys now. I have so many people that come up to me that know me as Punk Rock Skate Dad. You found Roboto today? You found Roboto today? I've seen him a bunch of times. They released that whole wave. I found Mechanic today, but I did not buy him because he'll probably be on sale next week. But yeah, like when you get in any type of public domain, I guess is the best way to put it. That's also an old skateboard video. Like I said, I had people come up to me at local skate parks, at DIYs, do-it-yourself skate parks, going, "Oh, hey, Punk Rock Skate Dad," and I'm like, man, people really get to know me just because I skated at the skate park so much. They got to know me as the old guy. Oh, the Mazdaverse. Yeah, I have not seen that yet. I did see the movie He-Man and Skeletor. Does anyone? Okay, here's one thing I couldn't find it. The Maverick. Still can't find Webster. Ma'am, come on, ma'am. Come on. You said Webster. George Papadopoulos. I like Webster because he's one of the people that are shorter than me in real life. Oh, you meant Webster. Okay. I like Webster. Webster and Arnold. This is when things start going off the rails. Look at this. I'm going to scroll back. Perceived velocity. This guy came in with like, I'm getting the fuck out of this damn place. He came in and was like, shit, dude. This is a real shitstorm. And I really hope Ford. I know I've talked to you before, Ford. I know. Don't go away. You'll stay. This won't happen again, at least not anytime soon. But we do got to figure out some. And I try to stay on pace. I don't know. You got to figure out. You got to work on how we're going to do everything. Again, I like the cast of characters that we got in here, guys. You guys all make me laugh reading through these comments. But I do know as it grows, it's harder to, follow everything that's on here. I'll be really interested tomorrow to be on the live stream and see how it works when you're on a panel and you're talking to different people, different things like that. But I don't think did no one get my Webster joke? Like I thought it was pretty funny. But hey, I like Webster. He's dead too, I think. Anyone find Elf yet? I think Elf is supposed to be out, or BBTS is supposed to be shipping it. I think I might pick up Elf if I find it at Target, just because he was really cool. Yeah. So okay. All right. So here's a question. So you collect villain bad guy figures like me. So what are you actually talking? Like what kind of like Elf is dead too? Is he? Willie's not. Willie's still like a junkie, right? Um, is Elf dead? Now I'm like confused here. Uh, that little robot girl was creepy as fuck. I mean, everyone's talking about that Hannah movie. What's that new movie with the doll that's alive? And she ain't nothing compared to the Small Wonder. That was a creepy ass fucking robot, right? You have this, you have the Webster theme. You know what? For the life of me, I can't think of it. But you could have the Facts of Life theme song in your head if you really want. I mean, is that any better? Will remember Small Wonder. Oh, Megan. Okay, Megan. Yes, that's it. Yeah. So Megan, which does look creepy. Again, Vicky the robot. Oh, look at that. That's right, Vicky. Go watch Small Wonder. That is creepy, and it's not even supposed to be creepy. It was, you know what? We could listen. I could go another hour talking about 80s sitcoms, especially bad ones. I mean, again, there's always the Greatest American Hero. Now that song will be stuck in your head. Wait a minute, I did ask what. See, this is what happens. Like we just get off the rails, and yeah, yeah. See, now I want to start collecting like dead characters. I don't know why. Did she have Red Riding Hood dress? Oh yeah, she did. That shit was fucking creepy though. I had the Facts of Life when I was trying to think of so I had the Facts of Life theme song in my head when I was trying to think of uh with Arnold and Willis, which I can't think of the name of that because that's where Mrs. Garrett came from, was from the Drummond family, and then she opened up a edible store. She opened up an edible store and had George Clooney working there. I know way too many useless facts about 80s shit that isn't toy related. But looking at some of this stuff, I believe some of you guys do too. Different Strokes, yes. Now I have the Different Strokes. Now I got Different Strokes. Like the moment it came out, it was like I didn't even say it. I was singing it in my head. Willis is the only one that's still alive. He's the only one that's still alive, I believe, right? Yes, Palpatine. Most of them are already gone. Oh, Silver Spoons. You know what? Listen, Silver Spoons. Two things. Everyone wanted a train to run through their fucking living room because of Silver Spoons, and everyone wanted to bang his stepmom because she was in Buck Rogers, right? And was always looking super hot. Charles in Charge. Let's talk about Charles in Charge. Let's think about Charles in Charge. They sold the house, and the fucking sold the babysitter with the house, and no one said, huh, that doesn't seem right. um, and I think we all saw like every episode of Charles in Charge. It's kind of like Saved by the Bell. I don't remember ever seeing a new episode of Saved by the Bell, but I've seen them all. I swear every time I saw one, it was a rerun. So yeah, like maybe maybe next week we'll do. You know what? I never watched Dinosaurs. Never watched Dinosaurs. Yeah, never watched that. Will Smith, Charles in Charge of Slave Training. It's crazy, like that. Like I never thought about it till like later on, and I'm like, wait a minute, they sold the damn house, and the babysitter was the only one that stayed. It doesn't seem to make a lot of sense. And I did see what someone I think mentioned Happy Days in here. Wasn't I thought someone mentioned. Oh no. Oh, of our Days of Our Lives. Matthew, listen. The only soap opera I watched was 90210. And honestly, if you want to know useless facts about 90210, you come to the right place. I watched that show like crazy. I love that show. I absolutely love 90210. It was like the first primetime show that ran new episodes in the summer when they went to their summer jobs. Pretty funny. But that would be more 90s, wouldn't it? That'd be 80s, maybe going into 90s or early 90s. Oh, anyway, I think we're starting to, again, over 2 hours again. Again, it seems like it starts off quick and it dips. Yeah. No, it's a Charles and Charles. Oh. All right. Oh, shit. Now I got that in my head. Yes. Now I got that in my head. Let's see here. We didn't scare off Perceived Velocity. Theme song from MASH shocked me. I grew up watching reruns of the show, the original movie, and the theme song was dark. I'd have to go back and listen to it. Yeah, Jeremy, like that. Yeah. I feel like the youngest one in here, and I'm 38. Most of these shows are old as fuck. They are, but they were awesome. Like, listen, you see this chair here? It moves back. Anytime I sit in a chair like this, I scoot back to turn around, just like Michael P. Keaton did in Family Ties. Because you remember when he was amped up on all the drugs, so he could study all night, and he pushed back and he turned around. Ooh, really? Man, like, okay. All right, you know what? That's a downer. Damn, man, like we just, man. Let's see here. Tony here, sitting with Jim Nance right now. I need to rewatch this. I'm at work and had to step away for a while, so I missed a whole "What kind of collector are you?" theme. Yeah, don't worry, you didn't shit. Listen, you'll find if you stick around, and I hope you do, because you are a good addition to the toy community. That so far I'm putting a topic, and I never really seem to. I touched the topic, but never seemed to really stay on it. And then all of a sudden, like one week we get stuck on sports and all the crap that's happened in the NHL, and basically being here in Detroit, and no one's like, hey, you know what? The Malice at the Palace. And then there's the March 26th between the Avs and the Red Wings, like two of the most like brutal sporting events that happen. So you're gonna find out, like, if you just enjoy total rambling nonsense, like, hey. But everyone in the chat seems to enjoy it. I mean, 20 people are still here. How many likes we got so far, guys? Dude, ADHD. And I can say that because my son and my daughter both have ADHD. And so I can say that and it not be offensive. I can also make Mexican and Italian jokes. You know what? Like, what? I think it's because when I'm listening to the Dan Patrick show on iHeartRadio, they keep talking about how only 25 likes. Man, we're way behind last week, but hey, oh well, I don't care. We're having fun, right? They keep talking about Sanford and Son and how, he left after so many. No, that he left to be on his own, like, not reality show, but I don't know, some star show or whatever. And I always loved Sanford and Son, but I don't remember the Son ever seeing the Son again after Sanford and Son. It's just talking about like hey, they're on a junkyard. Listen, I am the absolute worst Mexican and Italian. All right, you asked me what's good Mexican food. I'm gonna go to Taco Bell, get a chicken quesadilla. All right. Will R here. Whoa, let's see here. I had the Cobras attack the 3.75 MASH figures and killed them. Talk about depressing. So Cobra just took out all the medics. Like, I never really got into MASH. You know what's funny is Hogan's Heroes. My dad used to love Hogan's Heroes, and before my mom had passed away, she hated Hogan's Heroes, and she was like, "There's nothing funny about Nazi concentration camps." And I was young and I didn't understand. And I look back now and I'm like, yeah, there really was absolutely nothing funny about the concentration camps. Like, but it was such a weird time, like, to think of that type of stuff. And that's before my time. That's for sure. I came across something popped up on YouTube last night before I went to bed, and it was talking about Burt Ward when he was on Batman. And wow, let's just say Burt Ward and Batman really seemed to get around when they went from city to city. Yeah, kind of crazy. Let's see here. What's Matthew say? Hogan's Heroes in the German language is hilarious. Colonel Klink was dubbed in by Mickey Mouse Spikes, and Germans loved it. Do you speak German, or did you just watch it in the German language? Wow. See, so this is poor Tony. This guy like tuned in to be like, all right, this is the guy that we asked to be on our show. You're gonna see Adam West. See, thanks, Tony. Yes, they were pimps, man. Hearing those stories, man. But hey, you know what? Who didn't love Batgirl? God, she was so hot. And then I watched the whole thing on, is it Eartha Kitt? Is that her first name? I watched the whole thing on her a few months ago. Oh man, she's fascinating. Like, absolutely fascinating. Her whole story. just absolutely fascinating. But I was saying like Tony here, sorry, Anthony, whatever. He's like, yes, Batgirl is smoking hot, so hot. Like, see, listen, I just need to find a woman that looks half as good as her and just be like, just wear this to bed every night. But Tony here tunes in and he's like, so this guy's gonna be on our show tomorrow, and he's probably like, shit, guy's jumping around, and he's jumping around. Yeah, hopefully I'll have a better stream. I don't know why I'm having such an issue right now, especially it's late. I don't know. I don't know about this, but Bert specifically made a comment about the women loved Adam in his Batman suit because it pretty much showed everything. And it sounds like, yeah. I don't know. This little YouTube thing kind of made it sound like they were pretty close. But yeah, some of the stories were pretty out there, especially for a YouTube. Hey, look, we're kind of on like a toy. Like we're talking now about Batman and Robin once again, and McFarlane has a whole bunch of stuff. So yes, Yvonne Craig as Batgirl. She was. I watched the thing on her. The same guy did a thing on her. Then Eartha Kitt, and then I don't know why he popped up literally last night on Burt Ward. And the guy has this very monotone voice. Not boring like some of the toy collectors. But but it was real interesting. I haven't really seen this yet. I heard them talk about it. I haven't seen it yet, but it's gonna be like $75. So look at that. Every now and then we still talk toys. This is crazy. So anyway, I guess maybe we should wrap it up. We're going on 2 hours and 20 minutes. Again, if you guys don't stop me, I will go until my alarm goes off. And I'm like, I need to go to work. I know Anthony doesn't care because I believe he's out in California, or at least out that way. Because he said it was like 5 o'clock his time or 6 o'clock his time. So he was all stoked. But tomorrow, and I will post a link in the community to it. I'll post a link to it tomorrow. A toy kind of mood. We're going to be discussing our most anticipated figures that have been announced and classified. Oh, Arizona. I like Arizona. I like Arizona. It's hot there. It's hot there. I like that place though. Spent a couple weeks out there once. And then we'll also be discussing our most anticipated five most anticipated classified figures that haven't been announced. Mine are the best. I mean, I don't know what anyone else picked, so. You only got one photo shoot in today, man. But you do so many, and they're awesome. They are absolutely awesome. Tony, where are you in Arizona? It's raining in southern. Jim Rome says when it rains in California, the moment a drop hits the windshield, everyone starts crashing. Is that true? Yes, I think the wish list. I think it's gonna be cool. I mean, they seem to be giving us some stuff. I know that I put one on there that is something I have Matter of fact, I actually forgot about it when he told me I screwed something up. I added it. Something that I've always wanted, and I've always complained that we've never had it. So I'm looking forward to it. The whole thing. Like, again, you guys are the first guys to ask me to be on a stream with them. So I am more than happy to say yes, let's do this, and more than happy to more than happy. See, I've been talking way too long. To tell everyone that subscribes to me, anyone that does enjoy my banter, to jump in here. I'll tell you what. Well, one of these may just be on my list. So we're gonna have to tune in tomorrow. Like I said, check the community tab. I'm gonna post a link to it. 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time tomorrow at Toy Kind of Mood. I will be there. This guy, Anthony Romo, not the hack Tony Romo that works with Jim Nance and calls football games. At least I hope not. I will fucking quit the goddamn stream right now. If I see fucking Tony Romo and his fucking Skechers, I will fucking quit. All right? I'll quit a job that I'm not getting paid for. Well, I think I'm about the same height as Rudy. Though, yeah, I think they're just bringing me into I don't know. Someone just threw that lifeline out to me, and I said, "Hey, you know what? Why not? It's fun talking GI Joes with other people." Let me just say something right now. If Anthony has a Tony Romo mask, when I tune in, we will never, ever get through the stream because I will absolutely lose it. I'm assuming Anthony will be the only one, the only other one laughing. The only other one laughing other than myself. Travis will probably out. You know what? Thank you. I appreciate it. Like I said, I've worked hard and I really do. He'll be staring at my jersey all day. What jersey will you be wearing? Now I'm wondering here. I like Travis. He's a Michigan fan. I think he's a Michigan fan because of Tom Brady. But hey, you know, I'd say we'll take anyone that we can get, but we have so many fucking Michigan fans that it's crazy. Oh, I'll be staring. I thought you were saying Travis will be staring at. Oh boy. I think we're gonna have a good time tomorrow, Tony. Seems like, I don't know. I guess we'll have to see who the other guys. I mean, I read who the other guys are, in the post that Travis did. So I hope, like, hey, all of you guys join in. Can I tell you something? Yeah. Tom Brady was the backup quarterback to Brian Griese when they won the national championship. I know because I was watching it. And then he also was the backup to Henson because Henson was promised to be the number one because he was so talented. But Steinbrenner, who is an Ohio State fan, this shows you how little Ohio State fans are. He signed Henson to his baseball contract to get him off the Michigan team because that's how petty OSU is. Yeah, I can go on and on about that. Living here in Michigan, I know way too much about it. All of you football and Joe fans, and not one of you guys are wearing a Bazooka jersey. Well, that's because it's a New England Patriot jersey. I am a Michigan football fan, and because I live in Michigan, I don't have a professional football team. Although the Lions look pretty decent right now. Romo should have stayed a backup to Bledsoe. That I will admit. He was so overrated. He's so overrated just because he played for the Cowboys is the only reason why people think he's good. And then the guy does his broadcasting, and see, now you got me on this Tony Romo thing. Everyone talks about, oh, he knows exactly what play is going to happen. That's because he just fucking left like last week playing football. He knows everyone. Wait till some of these guys start retiring, and then we'll see how much he actually knows. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry. I will stop. All right, yes. I think it's time to get going. It's 2.5 hours. Holy shit. Thank you, guys. Anthony, my apologies to you. I look forward to actually talking with you tomorrow, having a good time. Hopefully I won't be jumping around like this. If you guys said it was jumping too much. So anyway, thank you guys all for tuning in to the Monday Night Toy Ramblings. Tony tunes in for the first time, and he got to see the full effect of Toy Ramblings. He left. He thought he missed the conversation of the different types of toy collectors, and then he realized, damn, they probably never even talked about it. And I come back, and they're talking about different strokes and Batman. So, all right, guys. Thank you guys all for joining. I appreciate it. Tomorrow, like I said, I'll put it out in the community tab. But tomorrow at Toy Kind of Mood, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, I will be on their round table or their square table or whatever it is. So anyway, everyone have a wonderful night. We're out of here.